Hi, this is Jees, and this is April 6, 2020, and reporting at 8:30 p.m. CST from Dallas, Texas. I'm taking my data from worldometers.info/coronavirus, and I'm giving the latest update and the numbers. So today has been a grim day for the United States, and it will continue to be like in a recovery phase or in this plateauing phase for a couple of more days, at least throughout this week. That is what we expect, at least, to happen over the couple of days. I'll go deep into the numbers. Before that, I'm feeling pretty good. There is no any sign or any serious feeling that I have. I have been isolating myself from any other source, from any other human being, to be practical. I just have the interaction with my roommate. Everything else is virtual, either using Teams or Skype or WhatsApp or FaceTime. So that is the main update that I have from my side. Myself and my roommate and myself are like doing pretty good. My parents, I called them today morning. They are also doing excellent. They are also isolating themselves and staying at home. So that's like good news. In around my place, my friends are also doing really good. In Oregon, where my brother stays, my brother, sister-in-law, and kids are doing great. I talked to them. It was the first day of class for my nephew. He is getting the hang of it, I think. Probably we will see the more results in coming days. He's very excited about the online class that we have. So I will go into the total cases now. So this is the numbers. So all across the globe, 1.3 million people are now affected by COVID positive. At one point, we were thinking that these numbers are really big, but these are a reality right now. 74,697 people have died. That is being recorded as corona related death, pneumonia related death. 278,000 people have recovered and gone home clinically. That is one of the main things that we are seeing, this sharp increase in numbers all around the world. We hope to see the end of it really soon, but I think we'll have to watch and wait and watch for it to get the real numbers and the real effect of coronavirus all across the globe. Total cases by country. So we can see that United States has 367,000 cases reported in total. 30,000 cases reported just today. That number has gone up a little bit from yesterday's. That is like something which is we expected, but I think we have to get these numbers under control. That is one of the things that people will be focusing on really soon. Spain, 136,000 and 5,000 people were newly infected or recognized as newly infected today. Italy, 132,000 people, 3,600 people have been found corona positive today. This number is going down in both these places. That's like little consoling, but we do not know if it is a blip in the data set or actual. That is the trend that we are seeing. Germany, on the other hand, we can see that 103,000 people are totally affected as tested as positive. 3,252 people have been tested positive today. France, 98,000 people have been tested positive so far. 5,171 people have been tested positive today. In Germany, we see the number going down, but in France, we see a sharp increase in the numbers. That points out calls for a need for social distancing to a much larger extent than that they have been practicing so far. Coming on to the global death tally, Italy still has the major catastrophic that have hit. 16,523 people have died so far. 636 people have died just today. That number has gone up from previous day. Spain, 13,341 people have been dead from coronavirus. 700 people have died today, and this number remains unchanged for Spain, which is a little alarming. But we can see that total number of cases that they report, even with increased testing, it is coming down. So hopefully we will see this number also coming down in a couple of days. United States, 10,000 871 people have lost their lives to coronavirus. 1,255 people have died today, at least by the reports. And these numbers are really alarming because initially what they used to do was they used to count the people who have died in their homes. They count them after taking their swab and testing them for corona positive or not, which accounts for 150 to 200 people per day that they have been seeing. But they are not able to do this anymore because of the volume of the people that they have, and also with the sheer pressure that has been put on the system. I'll link to the tweet made by the authority in the comment section. Second, France, 8,911 people have died so far, and 833 people have died today. That number is still going up. United Kingdom, 5,373 people have died, and 439 people have died today. That is one of the things that we have seen going down. I think that is something that we will be looking positive towards. So we see that there is a sharp increase in the number of deaths, which we have been expecting for this week. This week, most likely, we will see the peak in at least in some of the states in the United States. But we have to wait and watch, and we have to strictly follow the social distancing rule. One of the other news that we have, the UK Prime Minister Boris Johnson has been admitted to the hospital yesterday, but I think today he has been moved to the intensive care unit. There is no use of the ventilators so far, according to the sources, but I think they are keeping him under close watch, under multiple eyes for more care and detailing. I think everybody is really alarmed, and I believe that there is a deputy of finance minister that will be assuming the charge of Boris Johnson in his absence, if the case worsens, even in his absence from office. So I wish a fully and speedy recovery to Boris Johnson. Another important result that we have today is from University of Texas at Austin. They have come up with a beautiful analysis of the probabilities by which you can have the disease in a community. So it explains that if in United States where 95% of the people, 94% of the people live, if you account for those many counties, I think that the probability that the disease is already spreading is really, really high. And if there is any county in the United States that has not been reported to have the coronavirus so far, there is an underlying undetected epidemic which is going on, and the chance of it is 9%. If you detect one of them in a county, the chance of an underlying epidemic already community spreading is jumping from 9% to 50%, 51%. So it's like a huge gap. If you detect one person, the probability of an underlying a disease spread in community spread like almost 51%. If you detect 2%, the percentage of the underlying community spread is 70%. That's like huge numbers. So according to that, the county which I am living in, which is called Tarrant in Texas, is having an active epidemic spread going on. You can contain a disease as soon as you recognize at least 2 people from a county having this disease. You need to isolate. According to this paper, once again, let me attribute all the references to the paper. They believe that if 2 people have it, they should go on a complete social distancing to the maximum extent in order to prevent it, because the disease is spreading undercover. We don't have enough of testing that has been authorized, that can be administered at this moment, wherein we can detect all the underlying invisible cases that is going under the spread. So we need to have more testing. So if you have more testing, most likely we will unearth most of the cases, but as long as we do not have, we have to understand that the epidemic is already in your community. So social distancing, wash your hands, distance from everybody that you can, stay in your home, don't go out unless there is an absolutely great need for you to go out, stay indoors. That might help not only you, as once again I'm saying, it not only helps you, it helps all the other people to be a part of this battle and to save all of us, not to spread this as a seasonal flu or not to spread this as a seasonal disease next year. I think we should all take care of that. And this paper is very significant if the numbers are true and validated, which I think they have, is really, really alarming. People all should take a real risk, and you should suspend all sort of activities where you have another interaction, so as long as you have stuff to stay at home. So the basic advice is to stay at home, don't go and do any activities in public or where you have another interaction. So we hope that things will get better from tomorrow onwards. That's just a hope. Probably we'll have to wait for a week, but we will see how it goes. Thank you so much.